Thank you very much for joining me on this Thursday. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I know you've been sharing this channel, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you for building this weather community. All right, let's get to it. Watching some fronts on the way. Now, here we are in the Caribbean. I want to show you a front down the road that may bring us some cooler weather. There's a big front here, but as I talked about in yesterday's video, this one is shooting more east. So Bermuda, yes, some showers and storms will be possible. Mainly some showers and some gusty winds potential. Love that by the time we get into tomorrow and Saturday. But this front is not yanking down colder air. So what I'm watching out for next is what's going on back here in the western United States. There's two systems there. There's one that's kind of moved on and another one that's about to move on shore. One of these may dive down a little bit farther, and I do believe by the time we get into early next week, some of us will get some cooler weather. Not quite as big of a cold weather outbreak, if we could call it that, like the last one we had, but we are going to get some changes. So in the meantime, this is today. Now this is the cold weather. The warm weather is here in the orange shading. Let me show you this ahead. So hang with me as I show you. Again, winds east and southeast, and I'll get into our rain outlook ahead. Let me go out in time, and you see fronts passing by. So some surges of colder weather moving down to the south. Let me stop the clock here as we get into Sunday morning, and look at that colder weather that creeps over toward Houston. So some of this is going to move by. So the first front may not surge down some colder weather, but by the time we get into Sunday and Monday, I do believe there could be a bigger system that will yank down some cooler weather very close to the Gulf and the Caribbean. Now, on Sunday, that front would be somewhere in the northern Gulf, but it does look like this may punch a little more to the south. Still a question mark. It may kind of slide off to the east. If it does, we won't be as cool, but there are some signs that it may jog a little bit more to the south. If that happens, that would bring some at least chillier nights to say over toward Cuba, the Bahamas, Jamaica, Cayman Islands, parts of Mexico, over toward the Yucatan and Belize. So I'm going to watch just how close this colder weather gets. But there is that chance by the time we get into Monday or Tuesday morning that at least for some of us, some of that cooler weather could sneak in, even over toward Honduras and eventually Haiti in the Dominican Republic. The front may be somewhere right about here, allowing some of that cool air to move by. But like the last front, it won't be for all of us. Some of us still dealing with that easterly flow out ahead of it. So again, I'm going to watch this colder weather, and you see it here. Look back toward Mexico. Of course, we got some higher terrain in spots, but that colder weather sneaking down. So down the road, we could get a couple fronts that kind of impact us a little bit more in the Caribbean. So I'm going to cover that through the weekend, but next week it'll be very interesting to see together how close these fronts get. All right, in the time being, what's going on now? Let me take it through today and get into what's next. As we get into 4 o'clock today, that persistent easterly flow. I talked about this earlier in the week, that for some of us, the rain chance would bounce up a little bit. Suriname, some showers today, scattered showers possible anywhere from Puerto Rico, British, U.S. Virgin Islands, watching over towards St. Martin, Guadeloupe, Dominica, Anguilla, Antigua, and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, down through St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, passing shower. I'll get to that over toward Trinidad and Tobago. And still that kind of southeasterly flow. So Nicaragua, even by Panama, Costa Rica, Honduras, spotty shower possible. Shower 2 over toward the Bahamas. Not as much in Belize. And again, I'll break down some forecasts just ahead. Let me take you out in time. Stop it here as we get into Friday afternoon, early Friday afternoon. And you see a little resurgence of some rain as expected. Some different spots, a higher chance of rain. So what we're going to see is some spotty showers, Cuba, back through Cayman Islands, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and into Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. But you see a few different spots getting a little bit more in the way of rain. St. Lucia, Barbados, passing showers tomorrow. That easterly flow kicks in, a slightly higher chance of rain tomorrow. Down through Trinidad Tobago. Guyana, no washout, but Guyana and Suriname, again, the rain chance a little elevated tomorrow through northern Venezuela. And then you see the ABC Islands tomorrow, could see a passing shower. And you see in Belize tomorrow, slightly better chance of rain through Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, spotty shower. But there's that easterly flow kicking in a little bit more tomorrow. So rain chance bumps up a notch today and then a little bit more as we get into tomorrow. Now, I do want to get to the seas late today into tomorrow. Here's a look. This is in meters. These are the wave heights. There is one spot here. So north of Panama, kind of over toward Colombia. Watching this, the seas are going to build a little bit. So thinking of you if you have any boating interest or captains out there. South of Jamaica, near Jamaica, again, we're looking at about a meter, 3-4 feet. But as you get to the south there, you see that little pocket. That's gusts over 3 meters, upwards of 10 feet. So it is going to build a little bit here. Bahamas, we were rocking earlier, settled a little bit more so as we get toward the Atlantic waters. Not completely settled, but considering what we had behind the last front, we are in better shape. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. All right, as promised, I get into the forecast. My friends in Haiti, and thank you for sharing this channel across Haiti. I do appreciate it very much. And I got you covered in Haiti as we get into the upcoming hurricane season. 31 degrees, find a little shade today. Plenty of sunshine. The rain chance stays small today. Better chance of a passing shower toward Jacmel as we get into tomorrow back through Port-au-Prince. Grenada for us today, passing shower. Not a washout, but a 30% chance of a shower. If you don't get it, just partly cloudy skies. It'll be breezy, winds east at 40 kilometers an hour, 27 degrees for my friends in Grenada. Swinging back through Trinidad and Tobago, Port-au-Prince here, you can see winds east at 32 kilometers an hour. Again, no washout, but today and tomorrow, about a 50% chance of some of those scattered showers with that easterly breeze that I was showing you across Trinidad and Tobago. Jamaica, lots of sunshine, a mainly dry day. Mainly dry pattern for today. Tomorrow we can see that rain chance bumping up slightly with that easterly flow. In Belize, again, mainly dry today. Tomorrow, as I showed you, in Belize, a slightly better chance of a few showers. On the warm side, 83 degrees Fahrenheit, winds east-southeast at 15 miles per hour or 24 kilometers an hour. So let me get into a couple things here. Again, spotty showers favoring our southern areas. Guyana, watching over toward Trinidad and Tobago today, up through St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I'm going to monitor those dust levels. If you didn't see yesterday's video, I covered the dust in depth. Again, that's yesterday's video. We're going to have a higher concentration of dust by the time we get into next week for some of us. Now, Monday, like I talked about right at the beginning of this video, going to be watching that front. It will slide into our northern zone. Still to be determined how far south it goes, but we'll be watching that, and that will mean slightly cooler weather for some of us by early next week. Then looking way down the road, I look at everything, see how it kind of ties together. There could be a little spin up. I'm not talking tropical in nature, but there could be some sort of spin up by the end of the month somewhere in the Gulf of Mexico or Western Caribbean, more of a blob of rain. So I'll be watching that down the road on this channel. So again, thank you for all the comments. Let me know what's going on where you are in the comment section. I'll get to those as we go throughout the day, and I hope you have a great day ahead.